Mr. Lion, Brother Bear, and Brother Rabbit. It is said that milk was poured over his body every morning after he woke up. It arched and walked around its nest, and then roared loudly and said, I am the one who scares all the small animals with his terrifying roars. These animals were so afraid of the lion that they would not come out of their dens during the day, so they couldn't go hunting and fishing and do their daily chores. They they were looking for a way to save themselves from this situation. Sometimes the squirrel inadvertently, whenever he encountered it, he would quickly jump from branch to branch, preferring to escape. Hanging tail. He was so scared that even his friends could barely stand it. They could shake him from his place, but the lion, indifferent to others as always, he continued to work, puffing out his chest and moaning, saying, I am him, I am him. Finally, the little animals gathered together and decided to go see their brother together. Let the bear and the rabbit go. Because they had already heard from the rabbit that the bear, the animal, has seen the world. That was when they put their decision into action, and they said, Brothers, we have a big problem. This old lion is scaring us badly. He buys from morning to night and says, I am me, I am me. The bear said, Why is this work? Does he? The rabbit also asked if he had anything else to say. The little animals said, We don't understand his work either, just these two words. He keeps repeating it and scares our children with his terrifying roars. Now, from you, we want you to ask him to stop doing this. The bear said, Very well, because I have known the lion for a long time. I will go see him and talk to him. The rabbit said, I'll come with you because I've known him for a long time. They set off towards the lion's den. Vague sounds were coming from afar. They pricked up their ears. They didn't understand anything about those sounds. They went a little further. Now they heard the sound well. They heard, I. The bear, who had already trampled the entire forest and he was experienced, so don't be afraid. And he whispered, Okay, okay, this is how it is. The rabbit also pretended to be a lion and said, I, I. He has also seen so much of the world. And he was experienced enough to know that you shouldn't be afraid of an old lion, even if old lions are dangerous. He knew how to face them. The bear and the rabbit climbed the rock on which the lion had a den and saw the lion. They saw him, but kept their distance from him. The lion stared at them, and they stared at him. Of course, with their glances pretended to be friendly. The rabbit said, Listen carefully to the lion and see what I say. You scare the little animals with your roars all day long. The lion said, I roar whenever I want. Brother Bear said, Then at least don't do this in the morning so that the little animals will have the courage. They come out of their nests and roam around, eating whatever they want and gathering their own food. Collect. The lion said, Now you listen. Then he roared and said, I am he, I am he. No one has the right to tell me what to do and what not to do. I am the Sultan. I am the forest. Brother Rabbit said, Now you better listen to me. I am a creature. I have seen the man's name and I know him well. In my opinion, this man is the real king. The lion, who had never heard of Adam, remained silent for a while, then looked contemptuously at him. He patted the skinny, bony rabbit on the head and gave him a look that made him understand that he was not taking him seriously. He didn't bring it. Then he turned his face towards the bear and pretended to be on his side. He is the one talking. The lion said, Hey bear, you are a worldly animal. The old bear said, Yes, that's right. I've trampled almost the entire forest. The lion said, "Then you should know one thing." "I know a lot of things," said Brother Bear calmly. The lion said, "So tell me, what do you know about man?" The rabbit thinks that this man, he is the king of the jungle. Brother Bear said, "It's true that I've been to many places, but I've never met a human. I haven't met him, and I don't know him, so I can't tell you anything about him." The lion was forced to talk to the rabbit again, although he was reluctant to do so. There was no work. The lion turned to the rabbit and said, "Okay, tell me, this is the person you are talking about. Who do you say he is, and where does he live?" Brother Rabbit said, "You must come with me, so I can show him to you." The lion spent a minute, an hour, and finally a whole day thinking, the day after his nest came out. He growled once more and said, I, now let's go and this show me the person." They set off together, and they went and went until they passed through the forest and came to an open, uncrowded place. They reached a tree. There they saw a boy about 9 years old playing. Shire, who had been silent until then, said, "Is this the person you were talking about?" "It's him," said the rabbit's brother. "Of course, he's just a boy for now and has a lot of work to do, to become a man." They continued on their way. A little later, they came across a tree with many branches. An old man, about 90 years old, was sleeping in its shade. The lion said, "Is this the man you were talking about?" "I saw this before. I was. It doesn't suit him to be the king of the jungle." Brother Rabbit said, "No, he's just an old man. When you see the man I'm talking about, you will agree with me that he is the true king of the jungle." They continued on their way again. Shire, who had been silent for a while and had not roared, he got bored. That's when he roared and said, "I am me, I am me." The bear was startled by this sudden sound. All three slowly, and they were walking slowly, and after a while they came to the side of a road. Brother Rabbit saw a man who he came to see. He was a man of about 21 years old, tall and strong, carrying a large rifle. He was carrying it on his shoulder. Brother Rabbit said, "Do you see the lion over there? A man is coming from afar. Go ahead and get to know him." "Fearless lion," he said, "I'm going very well." He puffed out his chest and roared, I, and he roars with pride, "I am me, I am me." Brother Rabbit said to Bear, "Come on, Brother Bear, let's go." Brother Bear asked, "Why?" The bear's father grabbed the rabbit tightly and dragged him towards a thicket where they ran together. They hid behind the bushes. It was at this moment that the man came closer and saw the lion. Seeing the lion, he knelt down and opened fire with the gun. The elder aimed at the lion and fired. The lion fell to the ground with its back hard and died. He fired again. This time the lion spun in the air and fell into the forest. The bear asked, "What happened? Did you see the man?" The lion said, "Yes, I saw how angry he was. There was a big stick on his shoulder. When he caught sight of me, he took the stick from his shoulder and held it towards me. From the firewood it came out terrible. He fired at me twice until I tried to go towards him, but again he threw fire at me. I think he will attack me if I try to confront him again." Brother Rabbit said, "So you finally saw the human, and now you understand him well. What a creature." The lion turned and said, "Of course I understand." After the lion and man met, the situation in the forest improved. Brother Bear, who that day for the first time, he saw a human, and realized that he should not stand in his way. The rabbit, who had already he had dealt with humans, and knew this well. From then on, the lion made less noise and spent the whole day in the same way as before. He didn't spend time roaring or pacing around. He would only roar softly from time to time and whisper, "First me, then me, man."